are here with Kelly Bono, crowned with Purium Health Products, and 3-star crown, Tracie Fujikane, all the way here in Orlando, Florida, from Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this interview. This is really so amazing. Tracie had no idea, so she is going to be completely raw, organic, and she's going to say exactly like what comes to her. Hi, Shanda. Hi, girlfriend. We love you. We miss you.
Hi, Shanda.
She's so cute.
Hi, Shanda.
Okay, good. Okay, so Kelly.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to ask Tracie some questions.
You are the master of money.
Yes.
So tell me about your relationship with money, because you seem to have a different dynamic than the rest of the world around money.
I love this question, Kelly, because actually I was just talking to some team members about how we do health and wellness, and we all own that. We all can raise our hands and say, I need to lose weight, I need to be healthier, I need to work out. We get it, we know it, and we own it. And we have, it's out there. And we know what our issues are around it. Not to say we don't have issues, but we know what they are, and we own those issues too. When it comes to money, we don't even know sometimes how we got to where we are with the way we think about money. We don't even know the issues that are underlying. And so it's first just the discovery about how we feel about money, what our relationship is to it. And one of the most common topics that comes up around this is how deeply is your income tied to your worth?
Wow. True.
So it's really can be deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we were growing up, a lot of times we weren't really taught that much about money. Our parents would just say, oh, we can't afford it. But we don't really know what that means. Yeah. We don't have a context for understanding. It just means, no, you can't have what you want. But to say, oh, we can't afford it, we don't really have those conversations or have that education about how and why that is and what budgeting means, and if we're just overextended. We don't really necessarily know all of those kinds of things growing up. And so self-worth issues come up. And another example is I was talking to a team member, and we had done a call with somebody that he was trying to introduce to our product line. And she was talking a lot about how she'd made all this money, or she'd been so involved in this other company and all of that. And I had simply wrote him a question to ask her about how much she made, because it gives me a context for how successful, how much she was invested into this business. If she was making tens of thousands of dollars, if she was making $500 a month, give me an idea of what it meant to be involved in this company. And he prefaced the question. So Kelly, I'm not sure if you're comfortable asking this, answering this, but, how did you do that? It was like this whole setup. And so after the call, I asked him, what is it that makes you uncomfortable about the money question? Yeah. And he said, oh, I didn't know I was uncomfortable with money. Right. And then we talked about, what was that whole setup and preface about, well, I'm not sure, and are you, and so he said, oh, well, I didn't realize that I equated people's income with their worth. And he didn't realize that that's what he had said until later. And I said, what did you just say? And when he realized it, it was a big eye-opener.
Aha moment.
So, there's we could probably spend a whole hour here talking about practitioners who are givers. Yeah. And I call them lovingly my broke practitioners, because they're such givers, and they just want to give and give and give until they give the shirt off their backs. And once you do, what more do you have left to give? And so it's saying, it's almost like saying what I give to you is not worthy because it's not from my heart if I make something from it. But in our business, I realized that we need to be able to afford to keep doing this if we want to help more people.
Yes.
Yes. And there's no reason why I can't experience abundance for what I do and what I give and what I can share.
Oh, Tracie, I love that. I want to tell you, when I went to Seattle, Washington, and I heard you say, making money is fun, I was like, I love it. Because I've never heard anyone say it like that. And I saw your relationship with money And I said, I want that. I want that. So I've been saying that to my team now. Making money is fun. And they look at me like I've got 3 heads. But I love it because you shared that and it was so powerful. So I have another question for you. What is one of the key attributes that you would say has really made you successful?
Perfect.
It's really 2 things, which is simply laser sharp focus and sheer force of will. Even when you have no skills, it's sheer determination. It's laser sharp focus. It's knowing I'm going there. I'm not looking anywhere else but there.
Tracie, where are you going?
Oh, places, baby.
What rank?
Well, eventually I'll be there at Royal Crown. But, you know, the next one comes.
I think they're going to have to make more ranks for you, girl.
Eventually. Eventually. One step at a time.
Good, I love
it.
And,
you know, it's fun because, you know, that making money is fun thing.
Yes.
It's not a thing about greed.
No.
It's not a thing about, you know, it's sort of like the art of the deal. It's sort of the money is a measure for how much we help people because we can't get paid without helping people.
Yes.
And so one is not separate from the other in what we do. And I think it's a language thing too sometimes, because when I say I want to build an empire, it really is the same thing of me saying I want to go out there and help thousands of people. And you don't have one without the other. So
I love that.
It's really cool what we get to do.
more money you make, more people you help.
Yes. So Tracie, for people just starting, I've got my friend Michelle, who's new in the business, and her husband are beyond dynamic. What is something for the person that's just starting this that you would say that could really help them, that you wish you knew, like maybe just coming into the gate or just starting? Like what would be a great tip that...
So I'll leave you with this, is my favorite word, which is perspective. Right? It always comes down to that, how we see things. It's so powerful that when we are in the same place, right? We're in the same place, but you're standing and I'm sitting. You're facing this direction and I'm facing that direction. What you see and what I see is different, even though we're in the same place, right? So viewpoint is really important. So when I can change what I see, then I can change how I feel. And when I change what I feel, I can change what I do. And when I change what I do, of course, I'm going to change what I have. The result is going to be different. And so it's just realizing as a new person that you're coming into a new field of study, that this is a new career, that there's a lot to learn, the same way that you learn the career that you're proficient in. You didn't just wake up one day and be like, all of a sudden I am what is your career? You didn't develop your technique overnight. The first time you gave a massage, it probably wasn't anywhere near like the massage you would give today. And even before you gave your first massage, you learned about things like anatomy, which is in itself can be a very complicated topic, just that part, which is not the only thing that you studied when you got involved in massage. And so it's having that perspective when we come into something new. All of a sudden, for those of our experience, and sometimes we throw everything at the new person, going like, okay, here's the anatomy, and here's the, you know, every aspect, and here's aromatherapy, and then here's the, you know, we start, and then here's the business aspect, and you got to keep your books, and then all of a sudden, this person does not want to do massage anymore because it's too overwhelming. And it's the same thing with what we do. Is sometimes we want to stack all this stuff, and make sure you do this, and then you've got to do that, and then we get frustrated, but not realizing we haven't gone through even the schooling. And so just the fact that we get paid on the job training tricks us sometimes into thinking we're doing it, but we're really learning it. And so to be patient and know that all of these different facets come to us over time, and we hone our techniques. Even when we know we have the knowledge, we don't have the time or experience under our belts to have the technique to where we've perfected it.
Ooh, I have one more question.
Yeah. Go ahead, girl. I love all of these questions. I mean, seriously, this is just gold. Go on.
So, if you were to sign me up today, what are the steps that you take with a brand new person?
First 48 hours.
Or just everything. Like, tell me the steps you would kind of go through with me to get me.
So, I'm going to sidestep your question just a little bit, because that's really like a really specific kind of thing. But what I would tell you is that even the before I got you enrolled is where it starts. It's my first exposure to you and establishing a relationship with you that sets the whole groundwork and the foundation for how things are going to go for you in this business. Because when you join me in my business and we're going to lock arms and build this together, this is not a, I'm going to get you your product and your pack and have a nice life, hope it works out for you. You know, this is an ongoing long-term relationship that we're establishing. And so I want to help you get started fast, but I'm also in a long-term relationship with you. And so how I share tools with you so that you get, in essence, the muscle memory of how to do it without me even having to tell you, okay, so Kelly, first I'm going to send you this video, because you always have to send videos, because I don't want you talking to these people because you're going to word vomit on them and they won't want what you have. And then you're going to feel like the person you're telling is going to feel like they need to know what you know in order for them to share it, and it's never going to happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have you experience that with me. We can talk about some of that later on, but the most important part is just how I start exposing you to that I introduce you to the community, whether you come with me to an event or whether I get you on a call with somebody else, that you know that I'm not the only person supporting you. You know, there's a lot of different things that I can do even before you're actually getting enrolled to help you have that foundation of success.
You had, first of all, I just have to tell you, you had so many comments from your team members that just love you. Shonda, Jamie Blake were just literally nonstop loving, building relationships. They love all of your teachings and your trainings. So you have like amazing team members.
The best team ever.
Seriously.
I really
the
do.
best. And then
I
you had
really
a Tony on our team was like, loves you. He was writing like awesome things about you also. Shonda loves you. Jamie loves you.
I love you guys too.
Annie McDaniel, do you know her?
Absolutely.
Amazing Tracy. All of you ladies are amazing. We love you, Shonda. And Mele. Love Tracy. They're all watching and giving hearts.
They're all amazing.
They miss their
women.
girl.
Miss you guys too.
She loves you. Bye.
We've got her for a little bit.
We got to just share her. Thank you, Tracy,
Thank
for
you for
all
sharing.
your nuggets.
Thank
we
you.
love you.
We love you.